Good. Yeah. Okay. Um, all right. So this week, I some of our stuff did so well that we'll probably be trimming the list just because
Yeah.
of our criteria for like we want to have an just see an entry, right? And some of these pullbacks could take a couple days to materialize. If you're in them, you can stay. If you trade them a lot, you might know what to do. So in looking for new stuff, I have a few that are kind of breaking out that I think are clearly going to look to push higher, but most of them are at a pretty good spot to add. So that's kind of the theme for me. Pretty good balance of sectors too. So I'm going to start with PSNY.
Yes, bro. Like
Um,
I got two stocks on my already gonna be on my list,
yeah,
my notes list. Like no matter what, because I started to do the write down stuff that you won't get talked out of, and there's no way you're calling the other one. So I'm pumped on that.
nice. Yeah, for this one, it's all about March. So I got 317.8C, and I
Nice,
look
the
at the
upper
chart.
end.
Plain as day. Eight stands out. So I think we're headed there.
This does fall in the category and not enough history. I do want to be because we're starting to talk a lot more about that, and I like that. I have 550 though. That's just holding really really well. Um, but then the $7 and $8 level is where I was looking for. Your flow reads out. The eight makes it A plus for me. So probably, I mean, we could have got a little better entry, but I'd rather have the confirmation of the level.
Did you read their last earnings report?
Yeah, yeah.
What what made it run on earnings last time?
They're making the deliveries, exceeding deliveries.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's the
So
whole EV
even if
game.
it's not like a massive amount of deliveries, they showed enough to say
Yeah,
we're
it
going in the right
that's
direction on that.
with the way the supply chain is viewed on EVs. Like you have to sell your soul for cobalt or something like that.
Yeah.
Just making your deliveries is huge. People aren't worried about if you have orders. They think those will come because the market share is still so small. It's about execution purely, and deliveries
Gotcha.
is execute. You don't have to make money. You just have to execute.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. So next up for me is FSM.
M.
Wanted to get yes, FSM. Yeah.
Yep, yep, yep,
Fortune
yep,
Silver Mines.
yep, yep.
Wanted to get in silver a bit. This is one that had a nice dip. Really clear flow reads on this. So I've got 124C, 127 4C as well. You start to get into some fives for the summer. So I think silver is just worth watching. It's a little trickier to trade than gold. It's a little bit more manipulated, particularly in futures. So you want to kind of be aware of that. But do have some leaps out to seven. Really, no puts to speak of here. Put to call ratio is 0.22. So when the calls are bullish, it's just likely to keep grinding up, and you know, take some patience. But I would get monthly options instead of weeklies on it. That's my only caveat.
I um I like this chart. I'm gonna go think 335. Um, you're just gonna have to get pullback from the share side, but I do like the chart. Is it? Are they just silver P?
They let me see here.
I'm only asking because I want to.
They do some gold too.
Okay.
They're make like they have a few gold mines, mostly silver, but
Yeah, I like the
they're
sector.
headquartered in Canada. They're Canadian. Do most of their stuff in Mexico. Looks like.
Yeah, I've been beating the brakes off of that HL. I like the guys that do a little bit of everything. They're especially if the chart's in a good spot. So Um,
And they're in extraction and processing too, so they're sort of kind of diverse in the sector as well.
yeah, I just need a little pullback here to make the four worthwhile.
Yeah. So I and on the option side, I would probably, if I'm, let's say I want to buy 5 contracts, I might go ahead and buy 1 or 2 up here, wait for that pullback, get the rest of them, and you'll
There
be
you go.
good on those.
There you go.
All right. So next up, similar sounding ticker at GSM,
Oh, here you go with
and
that.
I know.
Confusion. Confusion.
So GSM is they deal in silicon and specialty metals, and they make electrodes located in England. So that's just kind of what they do. So this is sort of a basic materials, kind of oddball, sort of off the wall kind of stock. Now, as far as the flow goes,
Sixes.
just got on my radar at
Sixes.
I got fives, sixes, and sevens. So I got fives for and sixes for 217, and I've got sevens for June.
The 591's 1 year volume profile. That's what I'm
And that's
going
just
off of.
that's a recovery of that last earnings drop,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. That's that.
So
That's the level. Yes, exactly. That's the retrace is what I play. Probably get going pretty quick above five.
yeah, adds close to 450 just based on the options if we do get a pullback, but it's just it's set up to test six for sure, and there's some bets that it busts through for June. So
Daily,
even
daily.
playing the test to six is great.
Didn't talk about it in the other area, and I wanted to a little bit, but the daily looks hot. But you gotta look at the weekly; it just barely changed the trend. Um, just
Yeah,
keep in mind
yeah.
those
Oh, that's a good point too.
weeklies are your best friend right now. Good stuff.
All right, so then next up for me, been waiting a while for these to get going, and I've just got enough confirmation in the flow to give it a shot. LAC,
Okay, that was
you
last
have
week.
pretty limited risk down here on my end. I know you had mentioned that the chart had some issues, but looking for 20 to hold, and I've got flow to 30. So I've got April 30C on it, and I've kind of seen it do this before.
Yeah, it was kind of in no man's land, but the way it holds 20, uh, or the area of 20, I like. 25-year, 1 year volume profile. It's just it's kind of still 50-50 for me, but yeah, we probably will get back into the mid 20s. I just don't see this breaking out, which would be 33. I do see it just kind of continuing down this trend and kind of ending up in maybe the 18, 19, 17 range in the long term. But
So the dominant contracts on it are 27.5C for February, and then 30C for April. So that is probably about it.
yes, yes. You
But that's
called you
still pretty
called the
good.
yeah you called the trend change though, so the flow obviously is a better read than what I'm seeing on my end because I called I wanted you to see if this was going to continue down to like 14, 15, and
Well,
you said
the first 2 times we played this, the first one I think we were had a ridiculous entry at like
yes,
17 or something like that.
yeah, yeah.
Went to 40, and then we did. Then it did it again. I don't see. I don't see that flow. I don't see the 40s like last time. But yeah, I think, and yeah, 2750. That's a pretty good target.
No, I like it. I like it. And they're
So
aren't they material in some sort?
yeah, yeah, lithium.
Lithium, that's right. Yeah,
So they're if the EVs are decent, they benefit from that too.
perfect.
So they have some kind of like a kind of tech exposure to them. All right, so next up for me is GSAT.
Haha, you're late.
Been been patient on this one. Um, just kind of got on my flow radar. The 150 level is interesting in options as a floor as far as puts go, and then you just get two stands out. So I've got 217, 2C, and then the 150s calls are strong too. So they'll exercise or roll those if this gets going. And those are that's the short term stuff.
I got 134, which is where it kind of broke out from on Thursday. If you go to the weekly, it's probably 10 cents lower than that. Um, from what the professor's saying, find your entry. 140, 124 area if it's offered. Yeah.
Yeah, and for a stock that's a dollar 50, they have some legit contracts and stuff they do. So
Didn't they get the
um,
as Apple or T-Mobile
Apple, yeah,
satellite
yep,
satellite contract? One of them two. It was a big dog, so
yeah, they did. And they have a lot. They have some government contracts too for public safety and disaster relief, um, forestry, maritime fishing. Like so yeah, wireless communication. They have a lot of different things out there.
words.
Could definitely end up long term as like $3 to $5 stock. Um, not that the flow is necessarily taking us there right now, but that's just sort of how I see them.
Or they could be bought by some company for $3 to $5 a share, which will make them a $3 to $5 stock.
Exactly. Yeah.
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 Yep.
All right. So then next up for me, JMIA.
Really? You're going Nigeria on me?
Yeah.
To be honest, I looked at a couple of these and I was like, I'm not doing retail without flow reads. So there was a couple other ones too. I think I dropped them in collabs instead, but um, the
Yeah. I just I initially I was kind of dismissive of this on this initial pop here, and then I wanted to sort of um, see what was going, but it just has some flow I can't really deny on it. So I got 5C for 127, and I've got June 7C.
yeah, that's the channel. I like it. I like it, especially if you can get it sub four. Four is not bad, but I'd rather have it sub four if that's gonna be the case, and you should be able to get a pullback into that. It's 2 cents.
Well, yeah, I mean, I walked away when four broke down. That was what I was looking to hold last time. So yeah, just looking to see if we can bust through that. And this can get some really fat daily candles, and it'll go for like a week. So we catch that kind of move, that'd be
Yeah,
great.
we went pretty far last time we played. This thing is $10, $11 stock, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
It went a lot farther than I thought it would.
yeah. I mean, and again, the not my favorite sector right now, but yeah, flows there.
Close.
All right, so next up here, want to see what you think about this one, QS QuantumScape,
Isn't that yeah.
which I've been on a few times. Really had kind of let it go throughout the fall as it just cratered after it lost 12 the last time. But I have flow to 10, I have flow to 12. So this what kind of not a stock I'd like to get in on after a 9% day. I kind of want to see a pullback here,
40%
like
weak.
730 to 750 or something like that. But yeah, it's got flow to 10 in February. It's got flow to 12 in April. So
Previous levels 975, 1173. I mentioned in a DM to you this week that we have this great database of stocks now that we kind of trust. I don't even know what the hell this is, but my levels line up with your flow. So
yeah, Uh,
I'm 719 with what you just said on the end. That's 1 year volume profile, but it's basically the same thing you just said on the end. The
they lithium batteries is their deal.
yeah, the what'd you say, 750, 730 ads, some shit like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. What you said is 100%. What professor said.
yeah. Because eight isn't really any special kind of level that I see really holding up. So I think the pullback will go below that, and then but I don't think we're done when it does. So that's what I'm looking to do. And if it just flies off and keeps going, I'm just going to let it go.
Well,
There's
I
plenty of
think
other
I
stuff.
think people don't understand like that basic. I'm not trying to talk down on people, but just that basic theory of how the market works. And this is like a good example. Like, so this shit started at like $5, and it's been nothing but buy. Like people will say, "I'll pay 5, 6, 7." Eventually, it's going to hit a level somewhere. Let's say 850, maybe 9, and those buyers are going to be like, "Nah, it's getting a little too expensive," and that's when you're going to get a pullback. It's going to get a pullback down. Even if people are still buying, they're just not buying at that price. So some people will be like, "Hey, I'll take profit here," and that's going to drag it down a little bit. And then it's going to get too cheap again. People are going, whoa, that's a good deal. And it's going to go up. And you have to exhaust the buyers or exhaust the sellers in any given zone. And that's really a big thing we look for as a re-entry on something that's already moved.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it just doesn't go up. You'll see the zone. You'll see, all right, this is where kind of fair market is right now. And until buyers outweigh sellers or sellers outweigh buyers, it won't get through that zone. Hence, that's kind of what we're looking for here. 750. Perfect. Sorry.
All right. So next up, I want to go back for RLX.
Okay. Yeah.
So this
I haven't looked at this in a
yeah,
while.
huge move. Obviously, and there's a couple Chinese plays that have done this. Momo's another one, but this one, the the flow to five is just undeniable. Like it
Uh,
just stands out to me. So let me give you some expirations because there's
what
actually
I
a couple where
what I
they're
just said, day chart.
yeah,
I'm not even if you don't if that's exactly what it is. This thing was $1.50. It ran up to 3. That's 100%. It's come down to like 250. That's too low. Back up 275. Back down 260. That's you're seeing that exhaustion. Now either the buyers or the sellers are going to win here. We're going back to $2 or we're breaking out to the next level, which is probably 350 on my end.
yep. Let me see what I got.
5 is key, P, but
Yeah, so 421 5C, and then I've got 721 4.5C, which is probably a better contract to buy. It's about $30, and the 5C for 421 $10. This again, this is an example of a stock where um, the implied volatility is kind of crazy, but it's $10. Don't buy 50 of them. Buy 5 of them or whatever, and you can probably double those up if we get a move to 350. So
yeah.
that's kind of my target.
Yeah, 275 to 250 ads will pay you at 350 just fine. That's how I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
The flow rate's strong enough here. It has very good consolidation over the last 5 weeks, and it also has this. I probably should just start mentioning it now, but the weekly die into the year, green candles out of the year, just reclaim the zone from where it started to die. That would be the top of this candle. That's 306, so you're still safe even there, in my opinion. So like it, good stuff, P. What good high or
Yep.
low? Good high or low find.
Oh yeah. All right. So next up for me is SoFi, but I don't want to add SoFi here.
You
But
don't.
I
Okay.
think that
Okay.
we're going to get into a kind of new range here. I don't see it checking back down to 450. I do see some short term bearish flow to five, but that's where I'm looking for it to bounce. And
Yeah.
I got sixes and sevens in. March contracts.
So 528 is my line on SoFi. We got there the last 2 weeks. Kind of checking on it. I think we hold it. But I'm with you from the $5 level. I want ads closer down to there. Um, it's been the low the last 2 days, so
Yeah, and this very well could pump into earnings. So the earnings are on the 30th pre-market, so that's next Monday. So you just want to kind of not next Monday, sorry, 2 weeks from now. Um, yeah, okay. So basically, we have a couple weeks before earnings. Could very well see kind of a pump into that. So that's kind of one thing I'm looking at as well on it.
my one line 528. You know what that also is?
Is that some kind of volume profile?
Book value.
Book value. Oh, nice. Very good.
Your volume P's are 5 and 6. Another one that's too new down here, P, to really even trust any of that bullshit.
Yeah, I haven't really been on this since I used to play it in like a $15 to $25 channel that it went through back when it was new, like 3 times I think. Um, but yeah, it's just too low down here. Really should be $10 to $12, I think.
You don't want to add this?
No, I do. I do.
Okay.
I'm saying like I haven't. I see it in the flow every day. I haven't messed with it that much though, just because there's always been like back when it was 6 to 8. There was always this specter of $4 in the puts
Yeah, yeah.
that scared me off. Well, we that materialized. That happened. So now I like it.
Yeah, I was waiting for this level to ask you because I like this level. I mean, there is a level at 450 now, but I think you would see the difference in the flow, right? You'd see the 4 or 5 in the flow, and that would tell me what I need to know. Um, and you have
Yeah,
six.
absolutely. And it I mean it looked decent at like I think I may even have some notes. I was like, SoFi's under 5 looks decent down here. But you basically would just park your money there for a month, and then caught this move. Whereas now, we kind of have an actual setup we're going to play, and I think it
Into a catalyst.
exactly, yeah.
Like it. Yeah, I like it.
All right, so next up for me is plug.
Yeah, let's
So there's
go.
kind of a lithium battery EV charger thing happening. These, when the market goes risk on, these chargers tend to do pretty well. Don't have laid back to pump blink anymore. So, but that's another one
Yeah.
that
Yep.
shows up. And so yeah, plug is probably the best setup here. I got 20C on it for March, so that's kind of the one that level that stands out.
Ooh, yeah. 1653 is the level of why it was in Read the Room. You didn't watch Read the Room, I can tell. It's okay. I'm not
Yeah,
judging.
right.
It's fine. Don't worry about it, dude. 25 is my top end of my line, but there's nothing there, so 20 is probably first. You'll get 25s in the long run. 20 is not a level though, P.
Oh, okay, yeah.
25 is
Um,
24, 25, somewhere up there. But yeah, I like 1650 is what I have. The last like level in here would be if you're looking for a dip buy would be the 15. Um, but I'm this whole sector I noticed. That's why I asked you. I asked you in collabs about chargers.
yeah, for sure. And they again, if you haven't watched Chargers in a couple months, they're kind of shockingly low. If you remember FCell in that run to, well, I mean, had that crazy run to like $27, but even after that, hit 10 a couple times. Now it's 325. So just kind of whichever you're most comfortable with. They all have a pretty good setup. I think plug is the best. FCell is good too. FCell is probably going to 4. So
I
keep
had
an eye on that
I
as well.
had pl- I had plug um on my list, so we're definitely on the same
Yeah.
page here.
All right. Next up for me is Matt
Nice.
coming back for this previous winner. 4C. stands out for March and April, and 3 is a good floor in puts as well.
Yep. Same thing. $3, high or low. Use this one right here, guys. This 297 line. I mentioned this Thursday. I kind of seen it trending. Still plenty of meat on the bone. You just have just 4s, nothing above. That's pretty much been the high.
Yeah, let me see if I've got go to my second page here.
I mean, it's still a 30% move, P. It's not. I wouldn't.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, it's 4s.
Okay.
4 is it for now.
I still like it. I still like the setup. Excuse me. Yeah.
This one, sometimes when it gets going, even when the market's having a rough day, it sort of just does its own thing. So one thing I like about it too. All right, so next up for me, this one, this needs to cool off a little bit, but I want to add it as can.
Oh, okay. You still
now,
see that moving the sector?
Yes. So crypto is going to be active, but at the same time, so how I see this, in my next stock, I'll talk about this in more specific levels, but can could drop back to 250 in like a day, and then head to like 320, 350. So I'm looking for, before I want to enter this stuff, a significant pullback and then a move higher. Essentially a bear trap, I guess, is what, I don't like to use those terms, but that's basically what I'm after, is that people are going to be looking for some big crypto collapse, and it's going to have a really bad day or two, and then I think it goes higher. So the flow here is, I got 350s, I got 4s. The 350s are for 127, and 120. That's a weekly. That's kind of crazy. I wouldn't really play that one. But I've got 217 4C, 217 3.5C. So I think they do see it going there.
Yeah, that's the middle of the 2 lines I have, which is 321, 379. I'm with you on this is going to reject hard. Like if crypto flattens out, this one will go down.
And this is also Chinese, so this can get a double whammy if China pulls back.
Yeah, this is definitely a China setup, a C setup.
So this is
sorry,
a lot of emoji, but if you get anything under 275, I will probably start getting a couple monthly contracts on it, because I don't think it's going back to 2. All right, so next up for me, I kind of had to get this one in here just because my lines are relevant again, is coin. Honestly, like the downside on coin short term, looking for it to break down below, essentially below 50.86 is actually my line on it. So breakdown, retest, probably go lower. My next line is 47.40. If we get a pullback to that, which can happen in a day, that's where I would look for it to bounce and to just sort of reclaim some of these higher levels. Still, long term, see coin has unresolved leaps to 25, and that'd be 50% drop from here at this point. But just zoom out. This is what this stock does. So coin is going to be very active this week. That's why I like it.
Nice. We got about $1.60 from that book value before it took off here on this run. I'm not putting much weight into it. 53.86 is kind of my level I was watching for rejection or confirmation. But I think we're down here in this channel that has a lot of range. Let's say 35 to 50. If I'm right on that, this is not the time to buy. You want to buy at 35.
You right. This is a bear cave play,
Yeah,
but
sure, sure.
it's on the hot list because I think it's going to be an upside play late in the week.
Yeah, it's got
That's kind
plenty
of
of
my initial
range. It's got plenty.
thesis.
Like I said,
Yeah,
50 to 35 is my channel on that, or what I'm looking for to form as a channel down here, and that's playable. That's super playable. Um,
but I mean, I have like I don't have flow over 55 for it,
yeah,
so
54 is
we're
my
pretty
level.
much
We're rejecting that. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So it's gonna reject there. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident about that. And so then I do have flow back to 40, 45. I just don't think it gets that quite that far, but so that's why that 47 level stands out.
Yeah, I just need some more time here, P. But
Yep.
downside, I'm with you on the downside. That makes total sense. 32% last week. Of course, that makes total sense.
Yeah. Right. All right. So last up, my large cap tech stock for the week, Pan W,
Old Tupac.
PANW. Yep. So this one, the flow to 150 is really standing out. It is lagged behind its peers a little bit this week. It didn't, quite get kind of the full benefit of that run. But I got 150C and 155C for this week. I've got 175C into
There you
February.
go. Let me throw this up there. 169, 66, 3-year volume profile. 166, 45, 1-year volume profile. Let me grab you a 10. 165, 170 is what I'm saying is huge off that. And then your 10-year is non-existent. Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
And so you look at their history, just a really solid company. They usually post really nice earnings,
Something.
and then it pulls back. And I think that they overdid it a bit on this pullback. So yeah, I just really like this to reclaim that 150 pretty quickly.
I forgot what their news was, but they had some stupid bad news. It wasn't nothing crazy. It was a while ago, and that's where the downside
They
started.
they had a few downgrades, I think.
Yeah.
Um, Piper Sandler cut their price target. Um, that's the only thing that stands out.
For me at this 130 level, your downside's to like the 120 level. It's a good
Yeah.
DCA play on the share side, especially if you're a larger account. Can't really go wrong here, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think,
Do you have 120 puts?
let's see.
Sorry for cutting you off there.
No, it's fine. My puts are at 133.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't even have anything in the 120s. But yeah, sold
Yeah.
puts at 133 are solid.
Yeah. Yeah, then I'm adding this in the 30s. As like a long term, if you're a long termer or you just want to play back to 170, if that makes sense to you. It's a good stock though.
Yeah, and we're we've had a good track record with these large caps. We had Workday, Snow. This is the one I'm seeing for this week. Really, I didn't put them on the list, but I'm interested in D Dog, Crowd, and Net.
I'm with you
Just I
on
kind of want to
dog.
see how they react.
Well, since this was your last one in general, what do you got on dog? Where were you at on that? Because I almost put it on my list, but I was like, I'll just wait for him to call it.
So it had some unresolved downside that was a little further down than I was comfortable with. Let me get the numbers here.
70's key for me right now. Everything revolves around that. Short term.
Yeah, yeah. So there it was. So I have there's some 65p weeklies
This is
had a spike in volume that made me a little hesitant. And then on the upside, I didn't see. I was looking for more 75s.
yes.
Um,
Okay.
so 120 and 127 75C. I'm looking for flow on that. I really expect it to show up in my notes this week because there is actually this looming 217.85C is a promising contract. So it's like whales are scaling into that one a bit. They're kind of mindful of a little bit more downside. So I'm just kind of being picky about my entry, and losing 70 would be kind of bad
Yes.
too. So, but that 65 I think should hold if it does fall back there.
Yeah, I see it the same way. I just think you're gonna see stuff on your end way before I will. Um, so
Yeah, I love those
I'll keep
85s though.
that note.
85 is
Yeah.
such a. I call up the day chart and I'm like, yeah, it could do that for sure.
Yeah, but if we don't
So,
hold this 65-70 area, it's 40 on my end. I mean, it's far
oh
in.
wow, yeah,
I mean, which
yeah,
probably really means 50, right? You're gonna catch that 50 psych, but just from the chart standpoint, it's four. It looks like four. It's big. Um, Perfect. Well, since you didn't do your homework and you brought 13 of your own things here, now we get to do my stuff. Or no,
yeah,
wait.
yeah.
Or do we do? I always forget. Do we do hot list first?
Um,
I always forget.
yes, yeah, we
Yes.
do. Yeah,
Yeah.
we do the hot list first.
Always.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do that first. Then we'll get to. AA is number one. I still like it because I think we are going to 60. I don't know how the flow still holds that or not. Um,
Yes, I've got March and April 60s.
all right, let's stay in there then, if you're okay with that.
Yeah.
AVTR. Put my list up here. I have quite a few
Um,
actually that I.
nah, I'm gonna trim that.
Perfect. I think we are done with CCL. Eight to $9 channels done.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're. I mean, it could go to 12 to 14, but we need a new setup first.
We're day traders here, bud.
Yeah,
CGC.
I'm gonna be patient with these.
Okay, good,
I
good.
still got 350s and fours on it.
Yep, I like it. If you adjusted our entry level, you're fine right now because you're up 15-20%. Chef,
Kind of middle of my zone.
same.
We got a nice pop. I
Yep,
thought it might last a little longer, but that pop to 38 was sort of what I was after.
is what
Thought
it is.
maybe 40, but I'm just gonna take the win there.
100%. CLMT.
Gonna call it good here. I think.
Okay. Um, Klein, CLNE.
Want to keep this one. Still got sevens.
Oh, we're same page so far. Dino.
Gonna be kind of a grind, but I still got 55s and 60s.
Yeah,
So
I
like the
think
gap fill here.
if this breaks this 53, it's gonna get there quick.
Yeah.
It's having trouble on this 53 for some reason, which just happens to be my line.
No, that oil. If oil breaks and holds 80, that could be it.
Oil
So
80.
yeah.
Hold on, let me make a note of that here. 80 bucks. All right, thank you. DraftKings. You got 17.5.
While I do think it could, I think it could keep going. Probably going to take it off
Okay.
for now.
What
But
do you
it
have top end flow? Because it's staying in my notes. Almost okay.
at 16s, I
Okay.
got 16s on it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
DOYU.
It's going to go to two. So kind of a scalp play, but I still would enter it up here.
All right, keeping it in.
Yeah.
That's the parameters. Bunco. Thing paid off.
I got 20s. I got summer 20s. So as long as I
Let's
have summer 20s,
go.
I'm still going to keep it.
No lie, I was a little like, man, are we late on this one? But it's just another good weekly candle adding a brick to the fire.
Yeah.
Frey.
Um,
Dub.
Yeah, this is one of those like I would, it did well, and I'm just gonna take the win because I wouldn't have it right here. But
Frey and Array, both of them. Both of them, even though Array's not on here, that's the battery list. I would definitely keep the winners around for the next time because these are really, really good. P.
yeah,
FTCH.
got what I was after. Close enough anyway. $6. So I'll take the win there.
Up there.
Could fill the whole gap. So if you're in this or you trade it, keep an eye on it. But
Where's your gap
nice
to?
winner.
650?
8.
8? Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's volume profile 1 year. Yeah. Fiverr. This thing didn't want to get kicked out of the rotation. Came through for us.
Yeah, it did. And could very well go to 40. So I want to keep it.
Oh, keeping her now. All right. That was your play in the first place. I just TA'd it.
Yeah.
Genie. Very interested where you are with this guy. Gem.
Yeah, really, really happy with it. The gambling stock thesis worked out, and this ended up being the best one, I think.
100%.
The ones we look at.
I don't know. Have you looked at MGM lately? Jesus.
Oh yeah, that one's just been kind of like really smooth to the upside. So I've got 721, 750.
Yeah, we're keeping this. Sorry, you don't have
Yeah.
a choice. Oh, great find, P. That's an underrated one. Great find. GPRE.
So I still got
36s.
36s and 38s. Just
Yep. Boring. Keep it.
Yep.
Grow G.
Same deal with weed.
Okay.
I think the move is coming.
Yeah. Did you didn't watch the video? I think the Republicans are gonna try to pass something just to put it in their faces, and that news. Not that they're gonna pass something, but they're gonna propose something, and that news is gonna push them. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I'm with you.
HL.
Do we have any?
Sorry.
Go ahead. Any gas stove stocks that we could?
Oh, I didn't even look. It'd be chasing Biden my whole life if we start doing that.
Yeah.
What is it tomorrow?
Right.
HL.
HL. It's a good find. It's just gonna likely maintain this uptrend at least to 7. I got 7s and 750s on it.
Your call. A plus on your end. I'll keep it. If not, I'll take the dub.
We'll take the win. I think again there's better entries on some metals.
Yes.
So yeah, if you're in it, you can keep it, but I wouldn't start a position.
In
a
the
dollar,
sixes.
a dollar above our entry or something like.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Another one of them, Hood. I mean, we were 8:30. Now we're 9:30.
Yeah, I've been on this one, man. Let's see where we go from here.
I would need the 10s 10s, 11s to keep it. I'd really rather have 11s because 10 might reject, and that's not enough from here. Strictly TA though.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the win because 10 is about it. So you can scalp it, day trade it, but as far as like the criteria for the hot list,
yeah,
probably go ahead and take it off. This there was some attempt to characterize this as a meme stock. I don't really think it is though. It doesn't really act like a meme stock. It's a little more, reliable.
I think it's a meme stock if the trend would have continued down to 5 and it would have got shorted to shit. But I don't think it is here at 10.
Yeah, it can just stay in this whole little channel here as long as it wants to because this has been great for us.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, this one stock over here, Mara.
Kind of got to just take the win, right? I mean,
now you tell me. What do you
if you
got?
trade it, it's so yeah. So my whole crypto thing is basically that these are going to stay active and likely go much higher, but there's a pullback coming that could really eat you up if you're not careful. But so I have 217 10C 12C on it, um, and I think that that's plausible. But we could see a pullback as far as I have some bearish flow to six too. So
We're keeping this. You don't have a choice.
yeah, yeah,
So I put this purple line on my chart last week. I said, Professor, break out your pen, write this line down. Um, he gave me a perfect entry for like $1,300 on Friday. Um, did you play this last week?
I did. Yeah, I played the share side while I had some MSTR calls too.
How much you, if you don't mind disclosing, how much you walk away with on Mara?
$600.
I had 3 trades for about 3,600.
Yeah, nice. You should have just bought it Monday and kept
I know it's one of the
it.
few times that worked better than playing the trend. Um, but Friday, it literally to the penny jumped down and hit your level, or the level I gave for you. And I
Yeah,
think that's 656, $6 psych. That just seems like the playable if we do get a pullback. You still have 50% range on um, your flow reads. I don't see why we would get rid of this.
yeah. No, I'm with you, and
Yeah, home run though,
it's
P.
done it. It's done it before. So
Yeah, yeah.
the this was a so okay. So the deal on Mara $5. I was actually looking at this back in November, thinking it was going to get going, and then it just gave up five and was like, just left for dead. But just overwhelming flow hit last week, and just had to go for it. So yeah, very very well could stay active here. This is not one that I short
No.
just because I don't have as much confidence in rejection levels. And coins sometimes can go 10-15% in a day. This one can do that too, 2-3 times a week. So I much prefer the upside on Mara.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm not gonna go dig it up, but when I was shit talking crypto, um, one of there was a point in time where I said, Mara and Riot, because those have always been the safer two in the price range for me. Under five, you just buy them, and eventually they'll be over five. Um,
Yeah.
and that you just can't time it, and you did. So with those two pieces of information, I don't see how people didn't get in this. Like, we followed this for a month before we said buy it, and it was fucking perfect. All right, that's enough for that. It's got its 5 minutes of fame. METC.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'll take the win here. Just take it off.
Okay. McCormick, MKC.
Don't like the environment for staples right now. I just think market's ignoring these.
So,
So
same with Mo then.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Marvel.
Uh, Still looking at 44 to 48 on this. So I think that's good enough reason to keep it.
Sorry, making up. Okay. Yeah, the flow reads are good on that. MSTR. What are you doing here? What are you
Let me
doing
see
here?
what I got on this.
I got it back to the short zone.
Yes. I kind of like it as a rejection play. Yeah, so like the calls at everything above 220 are pretty bearish on it, and got puts back to like I got 210, I got 200, some 180s. So yeah, this is kind of a bear cave scenario. Um,
Okay. So we'll keep it for that. Yeah. We're gonna
yeah,
watch this
yeah,
out. Okay. Okay. No, I
yeah.
like it on that.
No, and I'll write that up tonight.
Perfect. Ollie.
Still like it to 60.
Okay, perfect. It's confirming that the line I have right here. So it's gonna be a slow one.
Yep.
PL.
Um,
Another good
gonna
sector
take
call.
the win on the space stuff.
Yes.
Wait for the next catalyst on it.
Yeah. Good call. We kind of not that we. I mean, VORB was the news one, but the rest of them set up really well.
Yeah.
Roblox.
Kind of think it checks down here. Um, I do still like it to 40. It's just might get a little sticky in this zone.
Yeah.
Pull back to 30.
Oh, yeah. Well, we can do the wait a week or two. I got the move out
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the low 20s back into the 30s. So I was
yeah.
playing 233. Um, didn't make it that far. The stock did. I didn't. Rig.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, back when it was like 250, I stopped flow to 5. It seemed sort of crazy, but there it is.
Yeah, there it is.
um,
Dub.
a little. It's gonna need to pull back
Yeah,
some, so
dub.
I'll go ahead and take it off.
Yeah.
We'll revisit it next week.
Rocket Lab completed the channel. Space play.
Yep.
Dub. Run.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I like solar this week.
Perfect
I
timing
still
on
got
this.
32, 36 in this.
Okay, we'll keep it. All right. We timed this one perfectly. Not only did we time this one perfectly when we talked about it before, we talked about it breaking down into this channel and setting up better from this level, which it did. You could see why we have these zones. It's a good. That's a
Yeah,
good.
solar's great. I mean, and
Yeah.
end phase was kind of the first one for me, but they all do this sort of thing. So just great range and predictability.
This one's better because I can play the share side a little easier than
Yeah.
the other ones. SBO.
Don't it could do fine, but I don't have the additional flow to push it, so I'll
Perfect.
just take it off.
Thank you. Did not like that one. I don't know why. I just did not like that one. Oh yeah, fucking volume, P.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It's trash. SD.
Um,
20s, are we out? These energy offshoots have been really weird.
yeah, they have. Yeah, 20C is a little bearish. I'm gonna back out of this one
Yeah,
for
we
now.
don't. Yeah.
I'd rather just trade Oxy
There
if
you go.
oil's going.
There you go. Stitch Fix.
Gonna
Duh.
gonna take the win.
Take that dub.
Love this. Love this.
Hey, between me and you, I haven't posted it, but I'm strongly watching it. Is that Figs? It's it's the same. It's
Oh
the
yeah, yeah.
same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. Snow. I'm not talking you out of this one.
Notes for me,
Oh,
but
good,
this is
perfect.
gonna be interesting around this 140 level. But when I got a large cap going 10% in a day, I'll go and take the win on that. I think.
Yeah, 100%. Tell.
Really interesting at this $2 level. Um, I got 250C and 3C on it, so
Keeping it.
that's some good. That's some good range. Yeah,
All right,
I'll
I
keep
like
it.
it. All right. For use.
Got my $7. Gonna take that. Um, we'll see what sets up from here. Uranium still is interesting to me, but give it a breather.
And VORB. Space play. Assuming we're done.
Yeah,
We're done.
we'll
We're
take it off.
done. We're done. That
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah, that one could just die, but
Excellent.
good for what it did.
I'm actually gonna. I never do it this way, but I'm going to because I already got the damn list, so I just might as well go off my list. 114 and then alphabetize. All right. Aurora ABC off this dollar on the weed side. I don't know how your flow would look or what we would need on the flow, but it's definitely lagging down here. Dollar side's huge, in my opinion. Unless you're overly bullish
Yeah,
on
let me
weed,
see.
I'm fine with what we have, to be honest. I mean, what even do you have over there?
Let's see.
They
Got
50s and oh, you should have good flow read on that guy, huh? That's plenty of volume.
yeah. I do have some 150s for February 10th. Got 2025 leaps to 5. Nothing, nothing really on
In the middle,
on the
I
put
like
side.
what we have. I mean, I like the dollar level here. I do like that,
Yeah,
but without flow, I mean, it could go back to the 90-85 range, and that's 10-15%. So
yeah. I'd
I
say
like
the
what we
the flow
have.
is it's bullish
Mixed.
but not precise.
Yeah, let's
Is
wait.
how I'd kind of say it.
Let's wait. Let's wait. AI.
Um,
I'm gonna go pull my notes up so I don't talk out
Actually,
my ass.
kind of thought about this one.
Yeah, so $12 higher low in the trend right here is all I got. Um, 18, 16, 18 stand out. That's kind of what I'd look for from here on your end.
Yeah, let's see. I've got 15s. I got 217 15C, and then 12.5C is really bullish. 13C for 120. I mean, I think it's got to at least test 14 from up here. I like that.
A plus or give it some time.
Maybe A minus for now.
All right, all right. BTU.
I got
32 from EP is what I'm looking for. And just what tech did, I think this breaks out of that eventually.
yeah, I definitely think this it's back to 30. I got 217 36C, and this is enough for a previous winner. I think we should go ahead and add it.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, and I like the ones that are just safer. I hate to say it. I mean, we're not going to get
Yeah.
250% out of that bad boy, but we're going to get 20. It's going to be safe. It's not going to just die.
Yep.
And I think that's important. Um, we already discussed DraftKings, so I'll move on from that. What happened here? Ali, 2692 or 27 is my top end. We're on the top of the channel here. I've been seeing a lot of top channel breakouts. I'm curious what you got. 35s would be A plus. 30 would not be enough.
Yeah, 35s. No, I don't really have that. I've got Flow's a little noisy with earnings coming up,
Yeah,
so
not
kind of
it.
uncertain.
Not it. Docu 5721, top of my channel 70ish. Got into the channel. We confirming that 57 here as we speak. Its volume profile on the 1 and the 3 year. A lot going on right here. We played this out of ER to this level, and then it sat here for a while. So I'm looking for that leg up off of here, or down.
Yeah, I don't have enough over 60 to
Okay.
get me real interested just yet.
Okay. Another week. I'll just another week that one. Go EV. I should look back on that too.
Okay. Interesting. I've actually got some threes on it. I've
Threes,
got
yeah.
March 3C.
Got
Yeah.
him. Got
Yeah.
him.
And then the shorter term, the 120
Five.
1.5C, that one's
C.
pretty active.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
it.
that 3C, that volume over open interest by quite a bit. So
Yeah,
huge
that's
volume spike on that Friday.
125 is my 1 year 123 1 year volume profile to 130 3 year volume profile, kind of your ad zone right there. A few cents above where we are, but I think we'll pull back easily into that zone. Then 326 is my level, so that lines up perfectly. Love it. Hawaiian Airlines. If you were to watch this video, I follow this guy named the Professor, and he's big into airlines. And this one just flies to Hawaii, so it's kind of a luxury. Rich people have money; they use this one, so I like it a little bit. It's also $13, right on our level. Some sorry.
Yeah. So I've got see, I've got, yeah, 721.19C. Got 12s and 13s for April.
A plus.
14s. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Let's do it.
I think it's
Previous winner.
I think it's a sneaky one right now too, because they are not the rich people aren't stopping traveling, and it's expensive to go over there.
Yeah.
It's all airfare. Hive. Now we get into my Bitcoin reaches. We're talking shit about coin and MSTR. Now we can talk crap about Hive, and
Yeah.
I got another one too. I believe I got another one somewhere. Oh no, my other one was MSTR. 3.3 to 465 channel is what I got here. I like the confirmation on Friday, especially if you can get ads below 3. Would need the
Yeah, I've got 120
5
4C.
force.
I've got five. Yeah, I got fives for 217 5C.
Or the 4 strong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's add it. We're going to add this if you're okay with it then.
Yeah.
Perfect. Sorry, it's going in my notes too. Laser. Back to 6. I got 750 being the keys. That's your volume profile all time frame is 750.
Yeah, this one has been it's been active in the flow. I should have trusted them more last
Tip,
week.
Typical professor and Unk setup. We wait for our level to confirm.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, man. It's called safety first. Um, Maybe in the future when the market's a little more stable, you can dip by things like this. But right now, that just sounds like it sounded like a bad
Yeah,
idea.
the right um lidar stuff. Like I like the tech, and I think it's here to stay and all that, but they just short the hell out of these for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Um but all right, so don't quite have enough
Okay.
7.5s and 8s for me. So might want to wait on this. See if
Perfect.
the 6 confirms.
Perfect. Lemonade.
Yeah, this is a good example. This one fell further than I had expected. You kind of wait
Yep.
for it to show some life. I've got 120 17C. Not seeing
Not enough.
enough above 18 yet.
All right.
So,
We'll wait on that guy. MSTR we already got. NAT we already got. ORGN. 536 is my level. 7's my top. I'd like to see that on your side.
yeah, this is gonna probably show up in my notes for basic materials. So I got 2024 leaps at 12.5 and 15. It's kind of interesting. They're buying those right now. But the more shorter term stuff, I got 7.5C for 217.
Yeah, we're adding this, P.
A lot of those.
We'll get
I like that.
we'll get at least to 650. I guarantee it. Oh wait, wrong list. ORGN. Pfizer, PFE. At the bottom, 47.98 with your defensive ones not being good. I'm assuming this isn't going to be good.
Yeah, a lot of aside puts here.
Yeah,
Nothing
better fish.
too dramatic, but
We got better
if we
setups.
could get anything like if it
45.
actually goes to 46, 45,
5,
46,
yeah,
something
yeah,
like that.
yeah. Same thing. Okay, perfect. We got plug already. Did we get plug? Yeah, we got plug already, right?
Yeah.
We got PSNY. Let's go. RRGB. I'm surprised more of these burgers didn't make your list this week. I got 11s on my side. That's what I'm looking for. Confirming this 840, 850. Monster 2 weeks, though. Jesus.
Yeah.
They're coming out with a new fry sauce. That's the rumor. Oh.
So I do have some 10s and some 12.5C for March.
Let's go.
Nice.
I like the sector too. The burgers are like 16.75 now for a regular cheeseburger wherever you go.
Yeah, it's getting crazy.
They we talked about it I think Market Cast a few weeks ago. Like they're not budging on the profit, right? If they're paying
Right.
more, they're just putting it in there. Their profit margin is still whatever it was before, um,
Yeah.
and we're still buying it, so it's working for everybody, I guess. Um,
Yeah.
Snapchat, I got 950 being key. We're popping on that all last week. Um, 14 is my upper level, but if you go off of the higher lows, the last high is closer to that 1050 range, or excuse me, 11 range.
Yeah. So this is one I usually mention for leaps because it just it's kind of quiet down here, but has a lot of potential to get out of this. Um, Nothing imminent though in the flow right now
I'm
for
gonna put
me.
next week, P.
Yeah.
Um, for me, this is, and I might be keeping out of context as I haven't looked, so don't take it for anything but me talking shit. But it seems like it's good tech, and I don't use the company, but good tech, horribly run business side. You know, that's really what it seems like. So someone will probably buy this if they did fail because the tech's so good. Um, but if they ever got the business sense down, they would do just fine.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. And I just you sort of look at the chart and you're just always waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like they're going to have some
Yeah,
horrible news will drop them to $5 in 2 days or something like that. But yeah, no, I'm with you. Their users, the TikTok bans, I think benefit them too. So
exactly,
yeah,
exactly. So far we're on SWN. This is again, we talked about it with a couple of them before. These like middle energy ones, just not really responding they're almost just dying. SWN had 4 times revenue on their last ER, with no profit increase, so a little murky there. But if they figure that out, this should be like $8. Um, I still only have the one line on the chart right here at 576.
I've got 6C, 7C. Um, was hoping for eights. I don't have eights though.
Probably not A plus or
No, not A plus.
okay,
Yeah.
but bullish.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Last but
You
not
could buy
least,
shares here, you'd be fine.
yeah, that's what I was at. Yeah. Thank you for answering my question in front of everybody.
Yeah.
I am surprised none of these were on your list this week, just because I figured there'd be a lagging one. But I got Zillow here at 40. Um, but the sector in general, the ones we like, Redfin, Rocket Mortgage, and this one, pretty much it. I know you said open too. Um, where you at with this one and them in general?
Um, so yeah, open has a long way to go before I'd be interested in it. And I know that like you look at its run has been, pretty impressive, but just under $1 just didn't have much appeal to me. So yeah, I went open to kind of show some life above two, and at that point, I think it could be good. But all right, so this one, a lot of neutral flow on this. Deep in the money puts, they're just sort of passing back around these like $5,000-7,000 put positions. I don't know what's going on with that. Let me see.
I hate to even have huge numbers, but I would expect you to have some action around 60. I'm fine with
Yeah, not
not
the
yet.
calls are bullish or bearish at 50, so
Okay. I think we
probably
might
good.
pull back to 35 and confirm this 40 from there. But that's where I'm looking in the long run for that target to be back. I mean, if you zoom out on the weekly on this thing, it's
Oh, I know. Yeah,
it's
I
fine.
do. I do like it, and I need to get the whale people to list this under real estate. I don't know why they don't. They put it under tech. It's kind of dumb.
That is kind of dumb. But yeah, this Rocket Redfin, kind of my open, kind of the 3-4 I like. So I'll just put this keep on watch here.
Yeah.
Watch. Since I do have this new note set up, I can go back to the next week's now. The only one I have that says next week from last week is Alto. Um, I was watching it. It did move a little bit to the north. Nothing crazy, but I do want to check in on that. If it didn't come up on your end, I'll just probably let her go. I'm still looking for fours though.
Um. Yeah. No big push just
Okay.
yet.
Perfect. Perfect.
Still bullish at the 3C, but they're just exercising those.
Perfect. Well, that's all I got on my side. I was gonna look and see. Yeah, that doesn't have. The only other one I had wrote down before was TBLT, but they don't have options. Um,
Yeah.
perfect. I just like where that chart's at.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Good stuff. You got anything else or?
No, that's pretty much it for me. Obviously markets closed tomorrow, but still just watching crypto and gonna see what happens with that. I'll have some notes up. The bear page. I put something in there. What was I put? Oh yeah, Roku. I liked for the downside. See what happens there. Gonna write up my thoughts on coin short term in there too. But
Okay. I'll throw charts up on those.
yep,
Yeah,
and then the lead.
I don't have a Roku level for sure, so I'll get that out there at least where you can search. No, I'm loving those. Good work with those pages. They're they're good organization, and so far the picks have been really good. I just like how they're as opposed to like the hot list that's 45. You're like here's your one or two, like focus here. I like that. So
Yeah, it's been good. I missed the upside on Apple, but caught the downside a couple times. So that's been those retests of our level there have been good.
awesome. Let's see, what is this leap? Is this leaps? Yeah, I just seen the lucid leap. I didn't see that yesterday. I like that. Awesome. Well, good stuff as always. I'll have notes out as well. I'll probably wait till tomorrow since we have the extra day. No lie. Um, But yeah, good stuff. Good start to the year, P. Appreciate the time and the work for sure.
All right, appreciate it.
You
I'll
have a
see you
good.
soon.
Bye.
Bye.